Hey guys, and a very warm welcome back to What's for Tea. And tonight for tea, I'm going to be making an easy peasy sausage casserole, and I'm going to make it in the slow cooker because I've got tons to do today, so it's going to be really handy just to pop everything in and just walk away and leave it for 5 hours. So this is what you're going to need. You're going to need 6 or 7 pork sausages. Now, I would recommend getting the best that you can because obviously it's the main thing, so you want them to be nice. You're also going to need, guys, a couple of sliced up onions, 5 or 6 sliced up mushrooms, 2 or 3 sliced up carrots. You're going to need a pint of chicken stock and a good pinch of rosemary. Okay, so let's go over to the cooker and this is what we do next. So you want to get your pan on quite warm with your oil because at this stage you're just going to pop your sausages in and brown the sides. You're not looking to cook them, you just want to get a good bit of colour on there because obviously if you put them into the slow cooker raw, they're going to come out sort of pale and insipid and not very tasty looking. So this is just purely for how they look. It's got nothing, it doesn't affect the flavour in any way. This is just what I like to do and it just makes it look a bit nicer. So you just take about 5 minutes on a medium heat, just turn them maybe 2 or 3 times to try and get a bit of colour on the sides. And you'll see, I mean, obviously they're still raw, but because they're going to be in the slow cooker for about 4 or 5 hours, then they're going to be thoroughly cooked by the time they come out anyway, so don't worry about that at this stage. So just give them a good turn. You now want to go over to your slow cooker, guys. Put it in a medium heat. I've already put my chicken stock in there. I put that in there about 10 minutes ago. I just like it to be nice and warm so that when you add your veg in, you know, I just like it to be hot. So just give it a wee stir round and start adding in your veg. I like to just pop in my onions first, followed by the carrots, and then lastly the mushrooms. I like to put the mushrooms in last because I don't like them all crushed in at the bottom because you find that they just sort of fall apart and break up into wee small pieces. And you can also fry your mushrooms and your onions before you put them into the slow cooker if you prefer. But I just feel, you know, because they're in there for so long, it's really not necessary. They're going to be in there for hours, so they're going to be nice and soft. Then the last thing you do is just throw your sausages in on top with the oil and everything that's in the pan and give them a good rough stir in. You just want to make sure all your vegetables are coated at this stage. And that's you. So all you do now is pop your lid on. Oh, and I nearly forgot about the rosemary. So you'll see me pop back in a wee second to put that in. Like I say, just a good pinch. Probably about half a teaspoon to a teaspoon, depending on how much you like it. Or you can leave it out altogether. It's not everybody, obviously, that likes rosemary. So we're now in 11 AM, guys. And I'll probably pop back about 4 o'clock. Just to let you see sort of where we're up to. And I'll be putting it out probably about 5:30, I would say. So I'll get my tatties on just before 5 o'clock and they'll be ready around about 5:30 when this is going to be ready. We're just going to have some mashed tatties with this. And I haven't decided whether I'm going to have any greens yet. I might have some cabbage, I'm not sure. But I'll pop back at 4. Speak to you soon. Hey guys, right, that's us now at 4 o'clock and as you can see it's just bubbling away. I've actually turned it down to low now because once it gets going you can then turn it down. It doesn't really take that long to cook, but I just like to turn it down and just keep it going for as long as I can. And like I say, these things are wonderful just for being able to put things in and just walk away and forget about it. So I'm just giving it a wee stir round just to combine everything and get all the mushrooms and things or things that might have dropped to the bottom back to the top again. And I'm adding some gravy granules here just to thicken things up. I used to use corn flour or Bisto, but I stopped using that because I found it was far too salty. So I found now that if I use the gravy granules, it thickens it up nicely, but it's not too thick and it gives it a really nice flavour. Again, it's just the chicken granules I'm using. I tend to use chicken granules when I'm using pork. I use beef granules if it's beef, obviously. And just pop your lid back on. That's us about 5ish now, guys. And as you can see, it's starting to thicken up. And what I like to do is I just like to go around all the sausages and with my scissors, and I just use these scissors for food, you know, for getting the fat off of bacon and that kind of thing. I just go around and sort of cut them up into three pieces or 2 pieces depending, but usually 3 pieces, and it just makes it easier to spoon out at the end. It makes it more of a casserole or a stew. Again, just cut them up to your desired size and just give it a wee stir in. So we're nearly there. I think I've got about half an hour to go now. Again, another wee stir. It seemed to stir my life away. I just like to make sure things are combining nicely. Right guys, so that's us done. That's 6 o'clock. And my mashed potato is now ready and sitting in the pan, ready to go out. And we're also having broccoli and cauliflower, which is also done. So let's get it plated up. So that's our mashed potato there. These tatties were lovely. I actually used King Edward's and they were delicious. Very buttery. Always use butter and milk in my mash anyway, but it was so nice. And that's the broccoli, the cauliflower, and obviously the sausage casserole there with the mushrooms and the carrots. Yum yum. So thanks very much again guys for watching, and I say it every time but it does mean a lot, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Take care, bye now.